G'day guys, Techo Baz back at the bench again, and welcome to the channel. Now, here we go. This is another fence energizer, electric fence. Okay, so this one, let's have a look at him. Thunderbird. It's a TB10, a strip grazier. A strip grazer. Sounds, yeah. Sounds interesting. Portable fence energizer. This one's portable. It's battery powered up to 2 k's. Draws 10 to 15 milliamps of current. Okay. External battery is 12 volts. Powered internally by 4 Ds. Obviously, this will be the same as another Thunderbird that I've done recently. And down the bottom, we have 12 volts input from a battery, obviously, and an on-off switch. And on the top, the body bit. Okay, that goes to your fence. Now, we've got lots and lots of cables here. I think I'll take all the cables off because by the look of these cables, yeah, some of them need a little bit of attention. And if we're looking at the electric fence, we don't want the cables on it anyway for the moment. Okay. So, get these off and we'll be able to do a little bit more with him. Now, orange wire, orange goes to where? Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the battery terminal's well, yeah, I don't know. That's probably a plus wire, plus 12 volts. It's been joined, and we've got a red alligator clip on a black wire, which went to the black terminal. The red terminal was to the white, which goes to this. Yeah, I think there's a few things. Yeah, a few things I don't understand yet. Okay, let's get this off. That's not looking real healthy on the top of that, is it? They need a bit of a polish up if that's going to make any sort of contact. We'll leave them off for the moment. And then, now that we've got things a little bit out of the way, I thought I was going to get rid of the orange cable. Also has a join there and a join here, so it must have been a little bit too short at one stage. Okay. Now, I've got no idea what's wrong with this one. I wasn't told. The customer is a farmer in this area. Don't really know what this wire is, but we will certainly find out once we get this thing apart. Okay. Now, always the hassle of how we get this thing apart. What happens here? I think this comes off and allows the internals to go out that way, I think. By the look of that. And this is our high tension. That looks like what's going to happen. Look at that. Battery compartment. Straight away I can see corrosion there. Not too bad on, not real good on the inside. She's, yeah, a little bit of corrosion there. Not too bad down this side, but there's scattered green corrosion around. Okay, over this side. Geez, almost looks like an audio transformer out of a radio, doesn't it? Nice little high voltage transformer. a choke there, probably for DC either. I'm not real sure about these. It might be just a choke, but the thing runs on 6 or 12 volts. There's a capacitor that may have to be changed. There's our SCR. Now it's a BT136, fairly common SCR, that one. And it's a 600 volt SCR. The actual oscillator, a 2N something. Yeah, can't read that yet. But we don't know whether this works or not yet. Now, this looks like it's a push terminal on the output out of there, and these two are both, obviously we take the terminals off and push terminals on there. This orange wire goes up, being joined there, and goes up to here, which is also, I think, an output. That's interesting. If this is live high voltage, but anyway, we'll chase that. So, idea is we'll take these off. We'll get these bolts out, and we'll well, first of all, we'll have a look at what's going to happen. Okay. Now, I'm not touching that, that's for sure, because that appears to go under there, and there's a track that goes over towards this, which is high voltage. Okay. 12 volts. Our power supply over here on 12 volts and current limited at 1 amp. Let's hook him up, see what happens. I'll turn him on. This could be just battery corrosion, could be in the battery compartment. Okay, there we go. I hear ticking. And do we have an LED? We don't, but I do hear ticking, and I'll let you have a listen if I can hold the mic. So there you go. I'd say once again, this one's working. It's probably a whole heap of wiring problems. Now, this thing, is that going to arc onto there? No. Well, that's good. So there's no HT there. But is the HT up here? Let's get a cable on it and check. Okay, now what I've done there, just a cable. It's grounded on this side, so we start him up, and he's ticking away there. And now, me being me, I don't want to touch the cable either, but we'll see if there's spark there, and there isn't. There is nothing coming out of him. Not a thing. Nothing there. So we're ticking, it's discharging, sounds like it's discharging in the cap. Maybe the transformer's open circuit, but this one, maybe. Okay, guys, let's get the board out. I'll have a bit of a look, and maybe it's got something to do with this orange wire. I don't know. Okay. I shouldn't be using pliers for this, should I? I thought I felt some heat there, but no, there's not. Okay. So plus and minus terminals for our battery. Okay, so the board lifts up and should slide out of there, which it does. Now let's have a look here. Well, first of all, I can see a little spidey, but yeah, he doesn't look real good. Probably not the best place to go and wander around and put some webs down. Now this orange wire does go to the high voltage. Just bring yours back down there. Okay, so definitely first thing here is get rid of this for the moment. And I don't know why it's gone down there, but that piece there is silicon high voltage. This is ordinary everyday wire. Not real sure. Now, battery terminals. We will we'll undo them. First thing we do, let's mark positive and negative for those. Take them off. And this is for your 6-volt batteries, okay? Because we've got to do something with this. Now, I wonder why there is extended on here, or is it that may not be high voltage? There's a bit of celastic here, getting this off. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a transformer ground. Maybe we haven't tested this properly, because just looking at it, maybe that is a ground, because looking at it, there's 2 terminals on the transformer there. Now, one of those may have to be a ground, this one, that's on that orange lead, and the other one is high voltage. So maybe that's the 2 high voltage side, and up this end is your primary. So secondary, primary. So maybe we've got to measure from there to here, not from our ground. Okay, which was, yeah, one of those. All right, I'm going to go and clean the board up a little bit to get some spider webs off it. Obviously, the discharge circuitry and everything is working okay. The SCR seems to be doing his job. The capacitor, well, yeah, he wouldn't be ticking if the capacitor was crook. All seems fairly normal, but yet there's no output. But I think might have cured that there. I don't know why. I guess that's ground, which is separate to negative of the battery. I'm guessing. I'd say that's your negative pole there. Yeah. Anyway, we'll clean him up, and as a matter of maintenance, well, you change the capacitor straight off. This one, well, there's no need to check him, I don't think. There's nothing else there that's faulty. Obviously, it's, yeah, depends on this. Okay. Righto, guys. Well, we've cleaned up around the top there. Doesn't appear to be any problems, but we will probably lay a little wire along this one because that track, it just doesn't look real good. So we'll put a little wire along there. Now we've got a test between here and here. How about we put the meter on it and see if we've got continuity? That way, well, we know the secondary winding is going to be okay. So let's see here. And if I go from there to there, we've got 18 ohms. Okay. So if we go up to the top, yeah, no, we've got, yeah, 19 ohms. So we know the secondary winding's got, well, it's got some resistance. Primary, 3 ohms, 2.6, 3. So we know the transformer's okay. So we'll go this time when we're measuring for high voltage between there and there. And it depends on what wire we're going to use. If this is the ground for the high voltage, possibly not this orange one, but well, I don't know. It may do. It is only a ground. It's not carrying high voltage, so I'm not real keen on this. I think we'll put a new black wire on there and terminate it accordingly. If we start this up, which is positive and negative here. Okay, this side's the positive. So we're looking at, that's the negative there, positive. Now I'm going to put our lead on here, okay? And if we go from there to there, we should get a spark, shouldn't we? Okay, here we go. We're on, and it's ticking away. Now, we don't. We don't have anything there. Okay. Oh, there is a tiny spark there. Not a lot. Okay. Next thing to check, and you guys may know this, the capacitor. If he's not holding a good charge, low output. Okay, so we'll remove him. There's, yeah, a couple of points there and there. We'll remove him and check him over. Okay, we've got the cap out. 2.2 mic at 250 volt AC. Okay, just a poly cap. Let's see what he reads. He reads good. 220 nanofarad. 2201. That's close enough to a 2.2 microfarad to me. And the ESR is very low, 0.8. Okay, so there's no leakage. So it's not the cap. cap's doing its job, so we better go back and check the transformer again. I'll put this fella back in. Righto, guys. Well, we're working on this little TB10. This is the next day. Our output on this fella is it varies a bit. 2.3, making good contact there. 2.4, 2.3 kilovolts. A little bit low for this fella, but then again, it is only a very small Energiser, small transformer in it. Can't see it being rated extremely high. That's doing 2.5 there, and we'll just leave him running for a little while and just see what he comes up to. But if we can get to about 3 kilovolts, I don't know what has to warm up. Nothing, I don't think. We've checked the capacitor. Our SCR is obviously working. It's pulsing the transformer. The transformer windings appear okay. So we're putting out 2.5. That's enough to, for small applications. It says up to 2Ks on that fella, but I doubt you get 2Ks out of that. 10 to 15 milliamp current draw. Now, I'm pulling 10 there on the power supply, 9 to 10. That's not very many milliamps for this little unit to do. So, he's doing a reasonable job here, I think. A lot of this depends on grounding as well. Like, we have a pretty good ground there, 2.6, 2.5. Let's see. Can I get another ground off, say, my oscilloscope back onto this? No, it doesn't make much difference. I'm just trying to get a good ground. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just, it needs a very good earth, this one, separate earth to the ground wire of your battery. Okay, so that's why that other wire was on this one. But we're pushing 2.6 there. Yeah, reasonably happy with that. Okay, so that's what we're doing there. 2.4. It'd certainly give you a bit of a jolt. I've only got a little bit of wire on there on a jumper lead, but we'll call this going okay. And it's not the most powerful one in the world, but it is working, and it would stop some small stuff, well, chickens and and very, very small animals. But it is working, and it's probably not going to work much better than what it is that I can see. The only thing else it could be is shorter turns in the transformer, which I doubt very much because it doesn't read shorter turns. Okay, so anyway, that's it for this one. We'll put him together, and well, it is working. We can't do much more than that. Now hang on, we've got 3 there, 3 kilovolts. What are we? We might actually have a bit of a dodgy connection on the top there. Yeah, we're reading 2.8 to 3 there. I'm going to call it okay. Okay, let's put him back together. And as well as that, we have cleaned up our battery terminals. They're all nice and clean. Everything's ready to put him together.